Analyzing the US debt clock as of December 20th, 2023, uncovers some alarming insights about our national economy. While the United States boasts a gross domestic product, GDP, of a staggering $27.8 trillion, suggesting global economic supremacy, the underlying details tell a different story. Our debt-to-GDP ratio has climbed to a concerning 135%, a clear indicator that the nation is increasingly dependent on borrowing for consumption, overshadowing productive economic activities. A critical aspect of our current economic situation is the composition of the workforce and government spending patterns. Notably, the total expenditure on workers' compensation, covering individuals sidelined from work due to job-related injuries, has reached an unprecedented $14.7 trillion. This figure is more than just a reflection of direct costs. It symbolizes the wider impact on productivity and labor force engagement. Moreover, the collective spending by federal, state, and local governments has surged to an extraordinary $10.2 trillion. This level of expenditure greatly surpasses what is typical for a dynamic, production-driven economy, hinting at potential inefficiencies and misallocation of resources. Such high government spending can detract from investments in sectors that could otherwise foster tangible economic growth and resilience. An in-depth look at workforce trends reveals a decline in the private sector workforce, dropping from 135 million in 2000 to approximately 129 million currently, a reduction of around 6 million productive workers. This decline is in stark contrast to the increase in government employment, now standing at 23.8 million. Furthermore, the manufacturing sector, often touted for its revival, has actually decreased from 17.1 million to 12.9 million workers, signaling a move away from production-centric economic contributions. The socioeconomic landscape is also troubling, with 43.4 million people living in poverty, 610,000 homeless, and over 41 million dependent on food stamps. The burdens of Social Security and Medicare liabilities are colossal, at 26.4 trillion and 40.5 trillion respectively, with total unfunded liabilities reaching an alarming $212.5 trillion. The apparent robustness of the US GDP, the highest in our history and in world history, masks the underlying reality. Our GDP growth is increasingly driven by consumption, not the production of goods and services critical for sustaining our population now and in the future. This situation calls for urgent action. We must shift our focus from treating debt as a commodity for consumption into stimulating productive economic activities. The global community is already recognizing this reality, and it's imperative that we do the same before we face an unstoppable economic decline. At Fulford, we advocate for a return to the fundamentals of productive economic growth to safeguard our future. These insights paint a portrait of an economy deeply dependent on governmental support, rather than being propelled by robust private sector activity and innovation. As asset-based lenders, this context is crucial, highlighting the need for meticulous evaluation of the economic environment and the sectors where we choose to invest. Our focus should be on backing and investing in areas that not only offer immediate returns, but also promise long-term economic viability and sustainable growth. That said, this has been Nathaniel with Fulford Lending. Thank you for watching.